Today's referee is Frank McMullen, a man who has played in 11 test matches himself for New Zealand. Today he controls, with the whistle, his first. Ten-yard mark, Old. Handling the ball for the first time in a test match is Counties' Bob Lendrum. And he'll use the big breeze behind him in this kick for the touchline. Not bad for the first time up in a test match. 50 yards of territory carved off by Bob Lendrum. New Zealand at the first line out. Norton toes into the 25, Alders across and cover. One of the interesting features of the early moments of the test match is that David Duckham has crossed to the left wing for England and will not in fact mark Grant Batty. And that's a change from former practice where Batty and Duckham marked each other in England on the last tour. Brian Williams, number 11, marking Duckham today. Jan Webster is the England halfback. Tight head to Norton. That's Ken Stewart breaking away for New Zealand. 2 minutes in the first half. Pullen and Norton, the hookers today. Webster, number 9 for England. Dugan, reverse to Parkinson, gets away from Neary. 10 yards from the England goal line. Going. Amazing strength from Sid Going. Well, early pressure on the England forwards to keep out this boisterous-looking New Zealand team. A great early scoring opportunity for New Zealand. Going. The New Zealand scrum is holding a very strong English shove. Heave got the crowd. Here's Sid Going. Held up by Stevens. Stewart is penalised on halfway. Seven for New Zealand is Ian Kirkpatrick. One against the head for Norton. Going hoist. Rossborough lets the ball bounce. Webster in cover. For Jan Webster. The fourth time he's been paired with Alan Old in test matches, and he's doing most of the work for England in these opening moments of play. New Zealand's jumpers will be 5 Strawn and 4 McDonald, but this one is over the top to the back where Neary has the catch for England. 4 for New Zealand is Hamish McDonald. This scrum is 10 yards from England's goal line. Further chance for invention from the All Black backs. But Lambert is in some trouble in the front row. Wiley, one for Batty, and it's dead easy for Grant Batty. Here's the replay, and it was so simple. It came from a going put-in. Wiley, a simple flick to the left, going an even simpler pass for Grant Batty, who exposed a wide gap in the English defence from a very narrow position. New Zealand have the lead by 4 points to 0. Well, Pullen's problem at the moment is how to keep out an All Black team that is being assisted by a strong breeze, but in fact is playing very well at the moment. Pullen. Cotton is 3 for England. Well, that's untidy football from England. That's the halfway line. There's that shove from England. One for Pullen. Well, since the kick-off, untidy play from both teams. Webster, that's Neary. Ripley, the big 6'5" man. Webster, New Zealand 25. Squires scores. There's the replay, seeing the break. Ripley was held up. Webster got the half break and shot through past the New Zealand 25. Priest was the man who made more yards to the line. Squires had the ball, lost it, regained it. There's Peter Priest, the man who made the break for Squires, having only half a game before today on this tour. Getting a pat from David Duckham for setting up that try. Very well for Squires, his outside. Kirkpatrick to the 10-yard mark, England. There's the layback for Sid. Rossborough. This is Priest. Peter Priest. His father played here 23 years ago for the British Isles. Key man in the England back line. Batty. Now Dugan. Solo bid, John Dugan. Here's Kirkpatrick. Norton. Webster. Watkins. 10-yard mark, England. Halfway. Look out for Duckham. Duckham's been denied the chances in New Zealand so far. Just an unfortunate bounce that time, possibly preventing him from scoring. It's an indecisive test match at the moment, with very little quality back play from either side. That's the England 25. Webster, the short side. Well, like South Africa last year, Webster is the key man in England's play today. Played an outstanding game when England beat the Springboks in Johannesburg. Starting well today in Auckland. Halfway line to the left. Ralston again going high. Now Dugan, Parkinson. Hurst through the gap to halfway. This is Hurst. Williams. Kirkpatrick waits. Inside England's 25. Going. Kirkpatrick. Going again. Hurst. Here's the replay. It came after a succession of rucks. Kirkpatrick pushed on. Going had a second pass, a high one, which hung up in the breeze for Hurst. And as he did at Lancaster Park last Saturday, Ian Hurst scores a try. More problems for Pullen, the England captain, who's not had a happy time in New Zealand. First successful kick today for Bob Lendrum. With half-time almost upon us. In front of that England line we have Pullen, Stevens and Utley. Holding it up is Cotton. Very strong English front row. Stevens, Cotton and Pullen. Going has the put in. Kicks straight to Rossborough. The whistle has gone for half-time. New Zealand hold the lead by 10 points to 6. The second half's first scrum. There's Jan Webster with going. Going kicks again directly to Rossborough. Well, a great start for the second half for this man, 25 years of age, 6'3" and 13'8". He's had a dominating influence on the game so far. There's John Pullen. Tani Norton, the 9th time these two have hooked against each other. Jones makes the catch. Going. Dugan. Parkinson. Hurst. Lendrum is in. Halfway. Ripley. Can he make use of the advantage? Now England's first loose head in a good running position. The scrum over towards the touchline. Old, and he'll kick. Batty tiptoes down the touchline. Did the safest thing, really. There's the angle as Bob Lendrum sees it. 35 yards, 5 yards in from the touchline. Lendrum has been in good kicking form this year. Has kicked 54 points in first-class rugby, including 30 in 2 matches for the All Blacks. Fine effort, because that had a great deal of strength in that kick by Lendrum. Curling to the left. Rossborough. Batty waits. Here's the little man in action. Waiting is Watkins. This time Dugan has plenty of time. Lendrum inside New Zealand's 25. Not in touch. Stevens. Ralston. Stevens again. That's a fine try to snack Stevens. It came from a moment of indecision by New Zealand within their 25 and a Lendrum kick that did not find touch. Stevens made progress into the 25, fed Ralston, and Stack Stevens charged over for his first ever try for his country. Peter Rossborough. England in front. And now Ian Kirkpatrick. The problems belong to you. 2 points down, into the breeze, 30 minutes to play. England hold the 2-point advantage. Webster, Old, he'll kick again. Williams waits. Fran Cotton. Pullen, Ripley. Ripley surging away towards the goal line. New Zealand scrum has worked well under pressure today. 4 tight heads now to Tani Norton against his old rival John Pullen. Dugan. The furthest New Zealand have extended their attack into England territory for some moments. Duckham. Strawn gets the palm. Now Dugan. Hurst to the 10-yard mark, England. Bouncing for Rossborough. And he'll kick the ball from the drop kick. But changes his mind. Wouldn't have been a bad move with a big breeze. Old. Strawn waiting. Sid going. Been well bottled up today, but he's away this time. Cooper has it. Watkins waits. Kirkpatrick inside the 25. New Zealand will have the put in from their best attacking position of the half. To play, could be New Zealand's last chance. Wiley to tight defence as England loose men jumping in strongly. Here's a chance for New Zealand. Well, a bad miss by Lendrum. Well, it seems the word is out from Ian Kirkpatrick. New Zealand must try everything and anything to win this game. Ralston, calming, Watkins for Webster. Lendrum misses it. Here's Webster. Old, he can't believe it. Neary, Tony Neary scores. Here's the replay. It came from a kick by Webster, which Lendrum could not control in the breeze. First to it was Jan Webster. Set it up for Old. and Tony Neary it was. Tony Neary at 24 from Broughton Park. His 17th international today. He's never been dropped since playing his first 3 seasons ago. That's a match-winning try for Tony Neary. 16-10. The last act of the game. A throw being made by Watkins as Duckham goes back in defence. Ralston, one of the men of the match, pushing on. Here's Fran Cotton running like a back. Up to halfway. Kicks ahead. Drop out 25, but the whistle has gone. And England have beaten New Zealand by 16-10.
Yeah, it certainly was one of the great moments. I thought I'd never surpass Ellis Park, but I think this is even better because we didn't have too good a record up until now. And I can't say thank you enough for the lads for what they did for me this afternoon. They really pulled out everything.
John, one of the great sights that New Zealanders will remember for a long time, Andy Ripley and Watkins and Neary, your loose forwards were quite magnificent today.
Yeah, I said before in the team talk, they were the lads who were going to win this match, and as it turned out they did. They were magnificent.
Was that your team tactic for England to beat the All Blacks today, to the loose forwards to spoil the back play of the New Zealanders?
Basically, I think they were under the impression we were going to run it all the time, which we never really intended to do. The idea was for the back trio to get in amongst it and upset the rhythm of the All Blacks if we could.
John Pullen, thanks for coming to New Zealand and thanks for a great game today. Ian Kirkpatrick, a little disappointing.
Oh, naturally when you lose, but I think congratulations and full marks to John and his England side. They took the chances and scored. We probably didn't. We had our moments in the first half, but we didn't come back well enough in the second half, and I think full marks must go to England.
Ian, you must have been pretty concerned at half-time, having that slender lead, but knowing you had to face the strong breeze.
That's right. When you take the win, you've got to take everything and score points and have a good lead, and that's what we didn't do. We led by 4 points at half-time, and it's not enough when there's a strong breeze, and we didn't come back well enough in the second half.
Ian Kirkpatrick, thanks for talking to us on Grandstand. Our commentator on Grandstand today has been Keith Quinn, our technical director Ken Law, and television presentation from Eden Park from Michael Scott. From Auckland on Grandstand, good afternoon.